What if the six-pack abs you're chasing are actually hiding your deepest insecurities? In a world obsessed with shredded physiques, self-improvement reels, and alpha male advice, something strange is happening. We're building stronger bodies. But are we building stronger minds? A man lifts weights to get stronger, but sometimes he's really lifting to feel enough. This video isn't about dissing the gym or demonizing fitness. It's about asking the real question: are we chasing physical strength to become better men? Or are we using it to cover up who we really are? Stick around. We're going to explore how the gym became the modern battlefield for masculinity, where discipline meets delusion, and strength becomes both salvation and a trap. In a world where vulnerability is still treated like weakness and silence is sold as stoicism, men are told, "Man up." You scroll through social media and see it everywhere. Jacked influencers preaching hustle, discipline, and no excuses. The message is loud and clear. If you're not lifting heavy, grinding hard, and pushing through pain, you're falling behind. But here's the truth. We're in a masculinity crisis, not because men are weak, but because we've confused muscle with meaning. Why does this matter now? Because more men are feeling lonely, depressed, and unsure of who they're supposed to be in a world that keeps moving the goalposts. The gym is one of the few remaining acceptable places for men to work on themselves. But self-development without self-awareness can be dangerous. That's why we need to talk, not just about gains, but about why we chase them. This isn't just a fitness issue, it's a manhood issue. Here's the truth at the heart of this video. The modern gym is no longer just a place to build strength. It's become a mirror of modern masculinity's identity crisis. On one hand, the gym is a sanctuary. It teaches discipline, demands commitment, and rewards effort. For many men, it's the only place where they feel fully in control, where progress is visible, measurable, and respected. In a chaotic world, the iron never lies. It's empowering. But here's the paradox. That same environment, which builds resilience and confidence, can also trap men in a cycle of superficial validation. When self-worth becomes measured by biceps, bench presses, and before and after photos, we cross a line. It's no longer about health or growth. It's about proving something to others. Or worse, to ourselves. Many men walk into gyms not just with fitness goals, but with emotional scars, rejection, insecurity, trauma, things they were never taught to talk about. And so they lift, harder, heavier, hoping that with every rep, they'll finally feel enough. But muscles don't heal emotional wounds. They only cover them. The gym can be a temple for transformation, or it can be a cage made of mirrors, reflecting a version of masculinity that values appearance over authenticity. So, ask yourself, are you training to become more of yourself, or to avoid who you really are? That question isn't just about fitness, it's about freedom. And it might change the way you see the gym forever. Let's talk about someone you probably know, or at least someone like him. David Goggins, ultra runner, Navy SEAL, motivational beast. His story is legendary, going from an overweight exterminator to an elite warrior through pure grit and self-discipline. But here's what many miss. Goggins doesn't just train his body. He's brutally honest about his inner demons. He talks openly about trauma, racism, abuse, and how physical suffering helped him take control of his mind. Compare that to countless gym influencers today who preach alpha behavior without ever touching on emotional depth. Now let's zoom in on a regular guy, 25 years old, average job, hitting the gym 5 days a week. He starts because he wants to feel better. But over time, it's no longer about health. It's about outlifting others, getting more attention, gaining followers. Fitness turns from therapy to performance, and he doesn't realize he's just swapped one insecurity for another. The contrast between someone like Goggins and the ego lifter is stark. Both chase physical challenge, but one is rooted in truth, the other in avoidance. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." This applies perfectly to modern masculinity. Many men unconsciously believe that to be a real man, they must be dominant, jacked, emotionally detached, but until they confront why they believe that, whether it's childhood wounds, societal expectations, or peer pressure, they're not in control. They're reacting, not evolving. The gym, then, becomes a stage, but the script is written by fear, not freedom. And true masculinity isn't about lifting the heaviest weight. It's about knowing who you are without it. Now, here's the twist. Maybe gym culture isn't toxic. Maybe it's just incomplete. People are quick to criticize the gym bro culture, but the truth is, the gym offers something powerful. Routine, discipline, progress, community. For many, it's a lifesaver, a structure in a chaotic world. But what if we built on that foundation instead of stopping there? What if we treated mental and emotional fitness like bench press and deadlifts? What if we encouraged men to flex vulnerability the same way we flex biceps? It's not either or. It's not crying or lifting. It's both. Because true strength is not just how much pain you can endure. It's whether you can talk about it. Imagine a gym culture that celebrated emotional intelligence, brotherhood, and healing alongside physical PRs. That's not weakness. That's evolution. Let's destroy a popular myth. Real men don't talk about their feelings. They just get it done. This idea is dangerous, and it's false. The American Psychological Association found that men are significantly less likely than women to seek help for emotional problems. And yet male suicide rates remain alarmingly high. We've glorified the stoic man to the point where many suffer in silence. Meanwhile, they're encouraged to redirect emotional pain into physical effort. Go harder, lift more, numb it out. But emotional suppression isn't strength. It's a ticking time bomb. Historically, warriors like samurai or Native American tribes did value emotional awareness. They saw reflection, brotherhood, and inner wisdom as vital to being a balanced man. Modern masculinity has distorted that balance. We've hyper-focused on doing and neglected being. So, no, bottling up emotions doesn't make you tough. It makes you brittle. And if your only coping mechanism is hit the gym, then what happens when injury comes? Or aging? Or crisis? You can't deadlift your way out of depression. You need tools, conversations, community. Smashing this myth isn't about shaming strength. It's about redefining it. So, gym gains or ego trap? Maybe it's both. The weight room can be a place of growth or a prison of performance. Modern masculinity doesn't need to be thrown out. It needs to be reclaimed, not through domination or denial, but through integration. It's time to ask, are you training to grow or training to escape? Are you chasing your goals or running from your ghosts? This is your call to action, not to lift more, but to look deeper, to build strength that doesn't crumble when the mirror changes or the likes stop, to talk, reflect, feel, heal, because maybe, just maybe, the strongest thing a man can do is put down the weight and pick up the truth.